transition into the sales system. So what happens is we have our brand. That's the very first thing people see. Then we have the marketing that pulls them into the brand, and then we transition into sales, which converts them into clients. That's where the money happens. So as you're looking at these leads, how to transition them into sales, there's two ways that you can sell. You can sell online, you can sell offline. Online sales have lower conversions than offline sales. So if you're in person, or you're on the phone, or you're at a live event, those are always going to be your highest converting ways that you can get people into your sales system. So for example, when and again, you know, sales we cover in depth. We build out your sales system in Business Mastery 2. So at this point, what we're doing is we're really learning the concepts and how this interacts with marketing. So at this point, what I want you to be looking at is everything that you do for marketing. I want you to think, now, how am I going to sell to these people? So, for example, I'm doing a speaking gig in 2 days, and I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to sell to these people? I'm going to do this offer. I've got it written out. Here's the paper registration forms that I need. Here's the flyer that I need to be able to give to everyone so that they can see exactly what they're purchasing. Here's the logo and the branding and all of that we need. And so it's ready to go, and that sales process is laid out. I know at a live event close, somewhere between, gosh, I love it when it's 30% of the room. Depends on the size of the room, but somewhere between like 10 to 40% of the room is how much I'm going to close. So then the other people, how am I going to capture those leads? How am I going to nurture those leads? And then what's going to happen in the sales? I want you to start thinking ahead. So for me, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell on stage. I know how I'm going to sell. I know the materials I need to sell on stage. I know what to do in the presentation to sell. And again, some of those things are Business Mastery 2 skills. But the other part is I also know that they're going to get follow-up calls from my team if they don't purchase at the event. So as you're doing this, what I have seen people do, I've seen this happen so many times. Oh, it makes me so sad. They go out and they do something, they lead generate, and then they stop when it comes to selling. Because what they hoped is that the marketing would generate the sale on its own. And it doesn't work that way. Marketing is what generates the lead. The sales system is what generates the sale. And so I've had people do vendor booths at my events and say, you know, right after the event, I'm so excited, we have like 200 new leads. And then I called them back to be a vendor at the next event, and they're like, yeah, we didn't get any sales from that. And I was like, really? Well, tell me about your sales program. Well, we sent them each a couple of emails, but nobody responded. I'm like, you're killing me. You did all that work to market and to get the leads, but then you dropped the ball when it was time to actually sell to them. They never picked up their phone and called anyone. They just emailed them twice to ask them if they wanted to buy something. That's not a strong sales program. So this is important to understand the transition, because otherwise you might feel like something's not working that really is working. Maybe you're like, oh, my marketing's not working, we don't have enough sales, when in reality your marketing is working great and you have enough leads. What the problem is the sales system. Does that make sense? So before you do anything, you really have got to get on a plan in place for how you are going to sell to these people. How is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? What are you going to do? How will you convert? Make sure you do that, because, oh my goodness, let's not waste our time. If we're going to spend the time and energy to create an awesome marketing campaign and build out that system, then you better believe that we are going to also make sure we sell to those people. All right, that is all of your videos for this week. Check in the document, the AWC group page, so that you can actually get your homework assignments. Thanks so much.